I've been working with Higgsfield Cinema Studio 2.0 non-stop for the last few days, and I finally cracked the code on consistency. In this video, I'm going to show you the most efficient way to create cinematic B-roll shots of yourself for your content without guessing, wasting time, or burning credits. So we're going to create 3 shots. The first one's going to be an up-close, high-detail video. And then shot 2 is going to be using a reference image so you can see how you can have multiple subjects in one scene. And then shot 3 is going to demonstrate how much control you actually have over your video using the start frame and end frame tool. But I'm not here to waste your time, so let's get straight into it. Alright, so your first step is going to be coming on over to Higgsfield.ai, and if you already have an account, go to the top right, click that login button, sign into your account. But if you don't have an account quite yet, all good, just click that sign up button. And when you do sign up, you're probably wondering, well, which plan should I get? Because you are going to have to get a paid subscription. And now I'm not going to go into too much detail on what these different packages offer, but the key difference is the amount of credits you get per month. And these credits determine the amount of creations you have on these different AI engines. So at this point, you should be logged into your Higgsfield account with a paid subscription. And now what we're going to do is come on over to the Higgsfield Studio tab. And now you may be wondering, what am I looking at? Well, this is the Cinema Studio dashboard, and it may look confusing. You see all these different buttons on the bottom over to the right. You see this video tab, image tab. All this will be very easy by the end of this video. I can promise you that. But speaking of the video tab and the image tab right here is where you're going to create your start frame of your video and sometimes your end frame as well, like I mentioned earlier. And then in the video tab, that is where you are going to animate those frames. But before we get started with anything, we need to create your character so you're consistent across all your B-roll shots. So what you're going to do is come on over to the video tab and then come over to director panel, and then you're going to click on add characters and props. And then as you can see right here, I have a couple characters of myself, one with glasses, one without. What you're going to do is click on create new element. So now what you're going to have to do is upload a few images of yourself so the engine knows what you look like. So a few shots that have been working well for me are pictures that are shoulders and up, then one shot of me smiling, and then another with my face just resting. And now this third shot might be a little bit overkill, but I just really care about what my body looks like in these B-roll shots. So I have this shot of me that is showing my left side of my body, the right side of my body, the back side of my body, and the front. So it really understands my height and overall what my body just looks like. But once you have those images and you upload them into here, you can just name your element whatever you want. I assume that it would be your name, so I would just personally just type in Brody, and then a quick description of what you look like. This part doesn't really matter as much as you would think. And then you go to the bottom right and click on create. And now you have a character that you can tag whenever you want to make start frames and end frames of yourself. But now we're ready, so let's get straight into it. So what we're going to do is come on over to the image tab. Now for this first shot I mentioned, I want to do a up close shot where it's really showing details. So what I want to do is I want an up close shot of me with my glasses working on Adobe Premiere Pro, and you can also see like the reflection of Adobe Premiere in my glasses from my monitor. And now you're probably wondering, Brody, how are you going to figure out the perfect prompt for this shot so it comes out the way that we want? And not only that, there's also all these different types of settings that you may have not seen before, and not to mention this camera tab that only looks like it would be useful for advanced users. Because if you type in prompts manually, you either give it too much detail and it gets confused, or you don't give it enough detail and it just comes out very generic. So your goal is to find that happy balance. So what I did is I created a custom GPT that you can use too, that is linked in the description of this video, that creates the most efficient process when using this platform. All you got to do is just tell it your idea, and you can even be vague. Then it may ask you a few different questions on some things that you didn't cover, like time of day, aspect ratio, camera movement, stuff like that. And then it gives you copy and paste prompts, camera settings, and any other details you need to create your video. So basically, I told it I want an up close shot of me working on Premiere Pro. You can see the reflection in my glasses, and then this is what it came out with. So it'll let me know if I'm using any reference images. I'm not. The character I'm going to be using is my character with glasses, what camera I'm using, lens, focal length, all the different types of camera settings, aspect ratio, batch size, grid, and then the prompt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this prompt right here, then paste it into Cinema Studio, and then I'm going to delete where it says character, and then I'm going to tag my character that has me with glasses. And then the last few things that I'm going to take care of is the aspect ratio, which I mentioned I want it to be 16:9, landscape, but keep in mind you can go with vertical format, 9:16, that's all good. You can also change the resolution, but I want to go with 4K. I want it to be the highest resolution possible. And then I'm going to change the camera settings right now based on what it told me. All right, so I just filled in all my camera settings, and now we are going to click on generate and see what it comes out with. All right, so checking out the image that it came up with, we can see that this is pretty high quality, looks good. Adobe is in my lenses. It's great that it got that. Facial hair looks good. I mean, you can even see some of my pores. I mean, yeah, this is just overall a really high quality image. Hair looks just like mine as well. Glasses look great. So we are not done here though. We're going to come over to the bottom right and click on download. And now we are going to come over to the video tab, and we are going to drag that image into our start frame, because now we are looking to animate this image. All right, now once you have that image in your start frame slot, what you're going to do is come on over to our GPT and then come below to see your video tab information, and you're going to see your video prompt. And what we're going to do is pretty simple. Just copy and then paste this over into our video tab section. And what we're going to do next is also plug in all the other settings that you need: quality, genre, sound, batch size, speed ramp. It gives you everything you need down below here. All right, taking a look at this video, I mean, you can see the amount of detail in the back here. I mean, there's blinking lights right here. I mean, you can see in the reflection of my eyes, the monitor isn't like moving with my eyes. It's staying put in my lenses. Overall, just a solid B-roll image. But now let's get on to some more advanced shots. So we're gonna come back over to our image tab. So now my next shot is going to be adding another subject into the video. So what I was thinking is I just do a simple handshake with Leonardo DiCaprio as the Wolf of Wall Street. So I came over to the GPT and basically told him I want the camera to be over the shoulder facing me, but going to be showing the back of Jordan Belfort. So we are just going to take this prompt right here, copy it like usual, and then we are going to bring it on over to Cinema Studio. And now in the prompt, you're going to see reference image right here, and we do have to replace that reference image with a tag. So what we're going to do is come over to this plus icon right here, click on it, and then I uploaded an image of Leonardo DiCaprio as the Wolf of Wall Street. You can do this yourself. You can go on Google, download an image of whoever you want to be in your shot with you, and then yeah, you can just simply upload it into here. And then we are going to come over to any parts that say character Brody with glasses, and we are just going to tag myself, or really in your case it would be whatever your character is named. And then of course, once that's done, we are just going to copy the camera settings that it recommended, and then we're going to hit generate and wait for this to process. All right, so this is the image that it came out with. Checking it out, looks pretty solid. It's exactly what I'm looking for, because I mentioned I want to be in a tan suit. I mean, my face looks great in this. I mean, you can see, looks just like my face. But now, same thing we're going to do, come over and click download. And then we're going to come on over to the video tab and then just copy that video prompt that we got, and also take the camera settings that's giving us and just drop it on into here. Okay, so pretty solid. I mean, I don't see really any issues with it besides like the little pause in the beginning, but obviously in post-production, you can just cut that part out. But yeah, overall, solid. But now the next thing we are going to do is, like I said earlier, we are going to demonstrate how much control you truly have in Cinema Studio. So for the past couple videos, we've been just using start frame, but now we're also going to be using end frame. So the end frame is just basically going to determine what the end of the video looks like. Pretty simple, right? So what we're going to do is come back over to our image tab, delete what we had in the past, and then we are going to create a new prompt coming on over to our GPT. So right here, I asked it to make me walking in the woods, and then we want a whole 180 camera movement going around me. So it's starting from my front all the way to the back of me. This is why adding that reference image of yourself from like your side angles and what you look like from the back and from the front may help a little bit. But of course, like I said, it can be a little bit overkill. You could probably still get away with just those shoulders and up images. But right now, what we're going to do is create these first couple images. As you can see, we have the start frame and the end frame prompts. So we are just going to plug these in, and I will get back to you guys with what I get back. But right now, what we're going to do is just copy and paste these prompts onto Cinema Studio, and then of course copy the camera settings, and then we're just going to hit generate. All right, so checking out the image that I created, I mean, I think this looks solid. I mean, I got some black jeans on, which is fine. I'm all good with that. I have my Nike hoodie on. These are my glasses. I mean, I think this looks just like me. So what we're going to do is come on over and click download. And now we're going to come back over to our GPT and copy this prompt. And now we are going to create a new image, but you're going to see that it says match start frame. So we are going to remove where it says start frame, and we are going to add our start frame into our reference images and tag it as well. So we have match image 1, and we're going to replace our character with us, of course. And now we don't want to change the camera settings because we want the camera to stay the same throughout the entire video. And now the goal of this image is to show our backside in these specific woods. So we're going to go over and click generate. All right, so now to check out our end frame right here, looks solid. It's the same outfit that I had on in my first image. So we are just going to come over and click download. So now what we're going to do is come over to our GPT and see our video prompts, and then we're also going to have to add those start frame and end frames that we just created, and also any other information that we need. All right, so let's come on over and check out this video. Okay, so overall, I think this looks solid. I mean, the movement looks great. I mean, I don't really have any issues besides like my teeth look slightly off, but that's just me over critiquing myself because, you know, we all look at ourselves in the mirror most likely every single day, so I just know myself super well. But if anyone's scrolling through their feed, they're not going to think twice if you're using this as B-roll. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're curious on the exact prompts I use, they're going to be pinned in the comment section below. And like I mentioned earlier, the custom GBT that I created is also going to be linked in the description. Now look, even with all these tools, you still may not want to be doing this all yourself. Like, you don't want to be inside Higgsfield brainstorming video ideas, generating clips, and trying to keep your content schedule consistent. Like, you just want your content to be completely hands-off. And believe it or not, that's literally what me and my team do. We literally handle the entire content process for you. I'm talking scripting, editing, posting, and even the recording parts. I'm talking you don't have to step in front of a camera anymore because we use your AI clone to record for you. You hear a lot of people talk about their done-for-you content systems, but they leave out the part that you actually still have to record. So it's not actually done for you. And the truth is, recording takes the most amount of time out of the whole content process. And now in today's age, your AI clone can handle that for you. So if you're at all interested in seeing what your clone would look like, feel free to click the link in the description below. We'll build your clone and make a video for completely free, no strings attached. But if you're looking to work on your content process all by yourself, I wish you the best, and I hope this video and GBT helped you out. We'll see you in the next one.